Well, the implementation is one of the hard things in something like this. Transparency isn't just as easy as strapping a camera to every officer. The police commissioner does have control over parts of body camera video that are released versus that isn't released. Investigative reporter Miles Miller is here. If I get stopped for a traffic infraction, is that a body camera moment?
I'm driving to Peaches in Bedford-Stuyvesant back in November. I have the back windows are a little dark. It's 12 in the afternoon. I get stopped by the 7-9 precinct anti-crime team. And they have a body camera, and I covered the police department. It was surprising to me that they had the body camera. They were wearing plain clothes. They came up to me and they said, listen, your windows are dark. We couldn't see inside. And it's one of those instances where they warn and admonish. You shouldn't have tint on your windows.
But what do you see? It's on there.
So it was in the front of their shirt.
And do you know that it's?
Yeah, it's recording. You can tell it's recording.
But
there was some language from the police department to notify people that they're being recorded. But it's now the norm. In those kind of instances where you have a car stop, it's perhaps one of the most alarming and an instance that causes the most issues of safety with police officers. There are a number of things that police officers do when they go into a car stop. They put their hand on the back of the trunk to make sure that if the car drives off and they get injured, that they can find out who that cop was, where the car was, or what car it was involved. But this is an added measure of safety, and it was interesting to see that in that car stop.
Here's another clip from that NYPD event yesterday, with the police addressing how this would affect the review of a critical incident. Here's what they said about that.
The department is reviewing recent critical incidents, notably officer-involved shootings, and as a result, we'll be making a decision on the release of video on a case-by-case basis.
And in the last instances of police-involved shootings, the one that happened just a couple of days ago, the shooting that led to the death of Detective Simonson, both were caught on department body cameras because the patrol units that went there had body cameras rolling from the start.
So can a member of the public say, I want to see the body camera video? Can you as a journalist say, I want to see the body camera video?
We can't, because the PBA, the Police Benevolent Association, sued. They sued and said that this body camera video is an official record, and under 50A, which is a law that only just recently started getting enforced by the NYPD, says that official records of police officers are not a matter of public record. There's a lawsuit. They filed an injunction. The court said it's not an official record, and now they filed an appeal. This may go as high as the Supreme Court because they believe that this is an official record of police officers.
It's a big IT challenge. You have terabyte upon terabyte of data that somebody has to know where the video from this officer on this day 3 months ago is, should it come up in an investigation.
86,000 recordings a year. But if there's a department that can figure this out, it's probably NYPD. They created CompStat, which was the first official tracking of police statistics on an outdated computer years and years and years ago.